Hi, I'm Dave Eyrig, and today I'm at Rancho San Joaquin Intermediate School to meet Alvia Lee and find out what he does in Irvine at Work. Alvia, how's it going? Dave Eyrig,
Good.
Nice to see you.
You too, you as well.
So tell me a little bit about what you do for the city of Irvine.
Yes, my title is Program Coordinator. I work with the Youth Outreach Department. Program in the city of Irvine. We work specifically with the middle schools here in Irvine.
Excellent. And so what sort of programming do you provide for our middle schoolers?
I lead a team of 12 site coordinators. They each serve each of the 12 middle schools here in Irvine. They provide all sorts of activities after school as well as enrichment programming during school as well.
Excellent. And can you describe sort of some of what those enrichment programs are, what kind of after-school programs are? Kind of just tell us a little bit about what's available to our middle schoolers through your services?
Absolutely, yeah. So we have Youth Action Team. That's one of the larger programs that we offer. We also do a wide variety of different sports programming after school, and then also special interest classes. So that would be rock climbing. We'll take students on hikes. We'll often do habitat restoration around our local natural areas as well. So all kinds of different activities for teens to engage in.
How many students do you engage on an annual basis each year?
We access over 10,000 students enrolled in our programs each year. For example, our Youth Outreach, Youth Action Team will perform over 40,000 hours of community service each year. And so we'll have students really engaging in our programs at each of the schools, and our reach is quite wide because we're on both sides, all sides of Irvine, connecting with teens.
You have a presence in each middle school. Tell me what that presence is. How often does it happen, and sort of what sort of things do you do for each school?
We actually are on campus often throughout the day, and it's mostly during lunch. And today we're doing something unique where we're doing a character talk. It's part of our character development programming, and that means that we're taking over a classroom for an entire day or entire 2 days of classroom time. And it's all just to engage students.
Excellent. Why is Irvine the right place to provide this kind of programming?
Well, Irvine is unique in the amount of support and resources that gets allocated to youth development. The programs that we provide create spaces for students to practice interactions, social development. They are able to build an appreciation for giving back to the community through the community service that we do with Youth Action Team.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So now tell me a little bit about, how did you get into this and what did you have to do to be able to get this job?
Yeah, I actually just kind of fell into it. A friend of mine had encouraged me to apply, and I did. I've been with the city for 16 years now, and specifically with this program. And so I did leave for a few years, and then I would still come in and support with a lot of public speaking engagements. But eventually I came back, and feels like I'm back for good. This has been an area of community services that I've been very passionate about for a long time, because I see it as very important. And I think that is probably my number one qualification is I'm just really passionate about youth work. I think it's very important. Just having a go of things and getting experience over the years. I've been mentored by my leaders. I have a degree in leadership that I get to implement in the work that I do. But I would say hands-on, being in program, interacting with students is what allows me to do what I do as I do it.
Tell me about the most rewarding experience you've had doing this work.
There are countless rewarding experiences, and I think that's really in community services as a whole, working with the community. It affords workers like myself to enjoy the day-to-day grind of work. And with students, it's much easier in my mind to feel that appreciation, because they often will come up and they'll tell you, thank you.
So let's talk about what we're going to do today. What are the plans for this afternoon?
Yeah, this afternoon we have a lot going on. There's two main activities or programs. We are doing a character talk at Rancho Middle School. Over the last 5-6 years, there's been more of a demand from the schools for our team to come in and do character developing programs. And so that's what this is. After school, we're headed out to a youth action team project that's going to be hosted by the high school youth action team. So it's going to be a collaborative activity today with most of our schools as well as the high schoolers.
Excellent, and it's right about time to do it. Shall we go get to it?
Yes, let's do it. Let's jump in.
Let's go to work. I joined the team briefing, and we prepared for the incoming students.
Let's once we do the side-to-side activity or the four corners, let's just have them sit in the circle in the middle,
and then
we'll jump into the cross the line activity. Cool. After that, we'll end the period with, I might share some story, and then we'll end the story or the period with the small groups, the group discussion.
Alvia asks for volunteers to share a unique fact about ourselves, so I got the ball rolling. Hi guys, Dave Iron. I'm a guest here today with the City of Irvine's television station, so thanks for having me. And when I was in middle school, I wore a dress to school on the last day of school as a bet, and it was an ugly dress.
Nice. That's awesome. If you've done something you wish you could take back, please stand up.
To just look around and observe every person standing. And we've all made mistakes. Things that matter to each every one of us, we all want to be included. If you sat down next to your friends right now, instead of next to somebody you don't know, and you purposely did that, it's probably because you care about feeling like you belong or you include. This is a big conversation, and we're just going to dive more into it.
Then it was my turn to learn about the students.
What's going on? Guys, this is David, this is myself, I'm Alvia, and we're going to ask you a couple of questions, and we're going to try to get a little conversation going that's going to help us talk about the subject of kindness and respect on campus. Can you guys have a seat, please?
What makes you unique? What is something that you think about yourself that makes you unlike anybody else? Well, go ahead. What makes him unique? You want to answer and tell.
Let's go, Justine.
And make it kind. He's so handsome. That's awesome. Thanks to Alvia and his team, we all feel a little bit better about ourselves. For Irvine at Work, this is Dave Eyrig.